What's going on, YouTubers, for ladies and gentlemen? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to this TNA Wrestling review. This time I will talk about TNA Emergence from August 30th, 2024 in Louisville, Kentucky, at the venue of the old Forrester's Paris Town Hall. And when it comes to me catching up on, the big shows when it comes to TNA Wrestling, instead of doing the weekly shows because that would take too long for me to do. So far I already did 2 uploads when it comes to TNA Against All Odds, and then followed that was TNA Summerversary. And instead of doing it all in one day, it comes to uploading it all in one day, I'll just do 2 uploads when it comes to it. And the other 2 will be probably Saturday. I'll upload on the Saturday, because Friday I'm planning on uploading. Well, haven't done it yet, but what I'm gonna do is do a video about Owen Hart. I did watch the DVD. I like this how to take down, when it comes to notes and everything. Most of what comes to saying that that was more important to talk about when it comes to Owen Hart. But not here or there. But that's something I want to do on a Friday before I go to work. So hopefully I get that chance to do it. I go work at 2, but I'm trying to get there as early as I can. But can't guarantee that. But we'll see how that turns out. But either way, I'm still going to try to do what I can to do a video of Owen Hart. When it comes to the DVD, Heart of Gold, and we'll see from there. Well, how it shapes up to be. That is my goal. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna stick to that, and we'll see how that turns out. But so let's continue on with TNA wrestling reviews here. So there was 2 pre-show matches. One was Frankie Kazarian versus Kushida, 9 minutes and 57 seconds. Frankie Kazarian cheated in this match. It was a good match, but he cheated in the match, and and he wins. There you go. Then we get a match that I was so glad that I was on the pre-show, and the match was terrible too, by the way. It was PCO defending his TNA Digital Media and Canadian International Heavyweight Championships. 5 minutes and 58 seconds it lasted against Shira, who I call Muhammad Ali Cena, because he's the Indian John Cena, because he's fucking garbage, fucking trash, fucking a dumpster fire. He's just like John Cena, where he's terrible in the ring. And this was no different. And he was being covered by Matt Cardona, which is a low point of Matt Cardona's career, that he has air ringside for this piece of garbage. This guy's never gonna be anything. He's just gonna be a bona fide jobber. And the only reason why they're pushing him is because of his size and all that, and push him on TV and all that, again, because of his size and everything. And that's all he has. He's got the size and all. He looks good, but in the ring, he's fucking terrible. But PCO wins. Now we get to the opening match of the show for TNA Emergence. It was a TNA Exhibition Championship match and an Ultimate X match. It was Zachary Wentz versus the champion Mike Bailey versus Hammerstone versus Jason Haas, excuse me. Josh Haas. Botch. Laredo Kid, and for NXT, and Jason Rossley, Riley Osborne, which I do like Riley Osborne. I just hate that he's part of the JC University bullshit. But anyways, 10 minutes and 23 seconds it lasted. It was a good match, and surprisingly, Zachary Wentz wins. He becomes the new TNA Exhibition Champion, and he needed this too, because obviously he was going through a rough patch, because that was around the time where Wesley turned on the Rascals on TNA. Not TNA, on NXT show, which I did watch at the time. It was like a special NXT event they did that I watched, and obviously I was not a fan of the show, but the match itself was good in a way, but I still didn't care for the that much, because who were the tag team champions on NXT. Nothing against them, it's just that they're doing a story where they just not on the same page sometimes, but the tag champions and everything and tag partners. And like, where are they going with this? Like, I don't understand what they're doing with this. But no surprise, there's a Bruce Pritchard, specialty of his ingredients of what he's doing. The whole, can they coexist? Fuck you, Bruce Pritchard. Anyways, but Zachary wins. He's the new TNA X Division champion, and we'll get to what happened later on with comes to Mike Bailey getting a rematch. So we'll get to that. Steve Macklin versus Eric Young. 9 minutes and 53 seconds it lasted. It was more of a respect type of match between these two because these two never touched before in the ring. Not even NXT, by the way. Those two were in NXT, by the way, years ago. During the Black and Gold era, when Eric Young was doing the whole Sandy, and then Steve Macklin was doing the whole Forgotten Sons. Even before that, he was doing some other things too. Before he ends up becoming one of the Forgotten Sons. And here they are in TNA Wrestling, together. Still haven't touched until they got to this match here. And it was good. It was a pretty good match. And in the end, Steve Macklin wins. And then there was an endorsement after that. I think it was. I can't remember if it was on that show or was on the TNA Impact show following after Emergence. But either way, that is having Steve Macklin become a babyface now. He's now a babyface moving forward. And there you go. It was a good match. I enjoyed this match for what it was. So, 6 knockouts tag team match. 8 minutes and 30 seconds it lasted. Jordan Grace with Spitfire, Danny Luna, and Jody Threat defeated Trash by Elegance, Alisha Edwards, and Master Slamovich. When it comes to the Militias, who are the TNA World Knockouts Tag Team Champions. And you had a personal concierge there as well. Talking about comes to Trash by Elegance. The match was at first had something, but then an incident happened here. An incident, I should say, happened here, and it was Alisha Edwards. She got hurt. It was a spot that she got hurt, and she been concussed. At first, I didn't know what was the injury at first, but then finding out when it comes to following up afterwards, she ended up getting concussed, and she was not right at the head, and she had been carried out by Tommy Dreamer, who came out from Gorilla and took away Alisha Edwards. So at least she's all right, but the thing is, this whole thing is that she's one half of the tag team champions with Master Slamovich, and we'll come to find out what happened with that afterwards too. So tune up for that one for the next review. But because of that, it was now a 3-on-2 handicap match for the knockouts here, and obviously it couldn't follow up after that, folks. It just after the whole Alisha Edwards thing, people were concerned about that, and the match fell apart. It wasn't bad or anything. It's just that it didn't feel right when Alisha Edwards being taken away. So. Not that it matters because Alisha Edwards is not that good a ring either, but I'll watch her wrestle more so than Trash by Elegance. And speaking of Trash by Elegance, thank God they have her lose here because this is not only the first time, not only also the second time losing to Jordan Grace. This will be her whole third time losing to Jordan Grace. So I don't ever want to see Trash by Elegance going after the Knockouts title at this point now. That she's now lost to Jordan Grace 3 times. And on top of that, she sucks. No improvement whatsoever. What you saw on WWE, NXT, is pretty much what you got right here in TNA Wrestling. ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay defend their TNA World Tag Team Championship against First Class, AJ Francis, and originally was supposed to be Rich Swann, but it was during that week where Rich Swann was removed and went to rehab, basically being suspended indefinitely because of the incident that he was involved in with him being intoxicated. That's all I'm going to say from there. If you want to know about that story, look it up. Google it. I'm not going to waste my time watching it. I'll talk about it here, but I do wish Rich Swann, a speedy recovery, and hopefully he got the he got the help that he needed, and hopefully he taking this this whole thing seriously. Keep it in my prayers. Hope he's doing well. So, who was to be Agent Francis' new partner? It was Casey Navarro. Now, I remember Casey Navarro was going to be going to NXT. Basically going to WWE. I don't know what happened from there. Haven't heard from him since until he showed up here. And now he's part of first class. It was for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Good match. In the end, it was ABC winning. Still, the Tag Team Champions. Until we get to the next review. The system, which is Moose, Brian Myers, JDC, and Eddie Edwards, in the 8-man tag team match against Joe Hendry, Mike Santana, and the Hardys, Broken Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, 19 minutes and 17 seconds. And matches up, it was good, entertaining in a way. And in the end, it was the system getting the win. The system wins the match. And then they bounce back after losing all the goals, minus Alisha Edwards at the time. But that was pretty much it for that one. And then we get to the main event. And folks, when it comes to the main event, it was Nick Nemeth defending his TNA World Championship title against Charles Alexander in a 60-minute Iron Man match. And I would have enjoyed this match, folks. However, it had nothing to do with the performance, by the way. Let me get this clear. Had nothing to do with Nick Nemeth. Had nothing to do with Josh Alexander. Both of them are great. Had nothing to do with the referee. What ruined this match for me was the crowds. Not all of them. I want to make that all very clear too as well. It wasn't all the crowds that was acting like this. It was the majority of the crowds that were acting like this. And I'm pretty sure, I'm convinced, it was those crowds from NXT, from PC, the Full Sail, the dipshit motherfucking, fickle crowds that I can't fucking stand. I'm convinced they were on the show here. To watch this match. And they were trying some ridiculous things on there. And it was fucking annoying me. I couldn't enjoy the match because of that. So here we go. Let me get to the results here. I'm not going to read what they said. I'm just going to move on from those idiots that was being rude, that was being obnoxious, that was basically putting themselves over, going business for themselves, instead of just watching the show. Instead of being the show, they're being part of the show. I think that's the other thing I always say when it comes to it. I don't know, but either way, let's get to the falls here. I think Nemeth got a pinfall on Josh Alexander with inside cradle. 10 minutes and 55 minutes in. 10 minutes and 55 seconds in. Excuse me. Still a little heated. I think Nemeth for the second fall, a pinfall after a danger zone. 24 minutes and 31 seconds in. Josh Alexander gets a pinfall finally with a C4 spike. 44 minutes and 3 seconds in. That took him that long to finally beat Nick Nemeth. To get a fall, I should say. Excuse me. Josh Alexander gets another pinfall with another C4 spike. 44 minutes and 46 seconds in. And finally, the final fall, because they were tied up too. Nick Nemeth with a pinfall with a C4 spike, adding insult to injury to Josh Alexander. 59 minutes, 29 seconds in. And then, with seconds to go, Josh Alexander was trying to get back up, but then he collapses and ends up, going through the ropes out of the ring, and that was it. Match is over. Nick Nemeth still the TNA World Champion. After that was over, out of nowhere, JBL, John Bradshaw Littlefield, comes out, and he whispers something in Nick Nemeth's ear, and then he puts him over. Now they did something with JBL Nick Nemeth before too as well, like in Triple Mania for Triple A. I didn't see it, so I wouldn't know, but and then that called him by John Bradshaw Littlefield. They called him by John Littlefield instead. I don't know why. I don't know if WWE owns the copyrights of JBL. That's why you can't call him from that. But at the same time, he's got a Legends deal, and on top of that, TNA and NXT which is WWE, they're in partnership. So why he cannot be called JBO on the show is beyond me. Yo, because me called John Bradshaw Layfield, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because maybe on the trademark of Bradshaw, they probably on the trademark of Bradshaw because that was his name in WWE. Bradshaw. When it comes to Justin Hawk Bradshaw, Blackjack Bradshaw, and then he has to be just Bradshaw, and then JBL. What comes to John Bradshaw Layfield. So, oh well. But anyway, it's John Layfield. But yeah, I don't know what's that all about. I don't know if it's gonna lead to something about for Glory. We shall see. But because he's appearing again, we'll get to the next review of it. But there you go, folks. That was it for the show. The show itself, I will give it a 9 out of 10. I will give it a 10 because of that main event match, but also because of that main event match, because of those dipshit crowds that ruined it for me. I gotta go 9 out of 10. Still a good show though. A lot of good things happen on the show here. And these things happen on the pre-show, which was fine by me. So, and on top of that, Lucha Edwards got hurt in his for the beginning of the match, so I gotta give it that type of grade too as well. But she's alright though. I don't know if she's gonna be wrestling. Leading up to Bound for Glory. I don't know, but we shall see. But I digress. Cause she hasn't really wrestled. But she still got involved. While taking any bumps in the way. So, but there you go, folks. That being said, that was your TNA Emergence 2024 results for this TNA Wrestling review. Thank you for watching. For It's Natural Born Thriller, as I say, peace on the street. Story, be well, stay safe, take care of yourself, right now in the world. I am out here. That's all for now. Until next time, we'll come to another TNA Wrestling review. Next one will be TNA Victory Road for 2024. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. God bless and take care. And once again, fuck you, Bruce Pritchard.